Welcome to the first video for week 2 of our Summer Stat C1000 course. This week we're focused on probability and discrete probability distributions. And we're going to start this first video with a short intro to some key terms that we're going to be using throughout the unit. And the first term is probability. What is probability? And probability is the likelihood of something specific happening. This is something that we are familiar with in our day-to-day life, even though we may not have called it probability. The most common we see is in weather, where you might see a report that says there is a 20% chance of rain in a certain area. That's a probability. We talk about the odds of winning the lottery if you buy a ticket, the odds of winning a hand in a game of poker. Anytime we talk about chance or odds or likelihood, we're talking about probability. And we're going to spend this week talking about how to calculate it. In order to do that, we need to be able to discuss some things. First is sample space. And a sample space is a list of all possible outcomes. Or results. For example, if I roll a fair 6-sided die, that die has 6 sides. They are numbered 1 through 6, so my sample space, S, would be the list of the numbers 1 through 6. You will notice we write this list in curly brackets. And sometimes we are interested in the list itself. That's going to help us calculate probability. I also need to know the size of a list. So in this case, this list is 6 long, so I have 6 possible outcomes. Next, let's be specific about some terminology. So what is an outcome when we talk about probability? So an outcome is a single possible result. For our example of rolling a fair 6-sided die, any one of those 6 sides would be an outcome. So for example, rolling a 2. That's an outcome, a single result from that sample space. An event is one or more outcomes. So in our example, we're rolling a 6-sided die. We could have rolling a 3. That's a single outcome. That's an event. We could have rolling an even number. That's multiple outcomes. If I go back to my sample space, 2, 4, and 6 are even numbers, so this represents 3 outcomes. Typically, when we're in a case where we have a single outcome as our event, we call that a simple event. And if we have more than one outcome that makes up our event, we call it a compound event. We have rules to govern how we calculate each of those, and those will be coming up in a few of our next videos. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or drop by my office hours on Tuesday or Thursday. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.